Are your cloud databases actually secure, or did you leave the front door wide open? Moving to Azure doesn't mean Microsoft handles all the heavy lifting, and one misconfigured permission can be a ticking time bomb. Welcome to the ultimate guide to Azure SQL security. We are stripping away the complex jargon and using clear, visual whiteboard sketches to master everything from control planes and Entra ID to zero trust and T-SQL scripting. Watch this entire course to master these high-value skills, troubleshoot like a pro, and lock down your data for good. Let's dive in. This is the great divide in Azure, the control plane versus the data plane. Think of the control plane as your building manager. It uses the Azure Portal and Resource Manager to oversee the entire ecosystem, handling tasks like building servers and configuring backups. The data plane, however, is the specific office interior. This is where you work interacting with the actual data in your tables, using tools like SSMS or app code. The most important lesson? Access is independent. A developer SQL login might get them into the office to read the documents, the data plane, but it won't let them change the building's architecture, the control plane. A separate identity with specific permissions is required to manage both. For years, your on-premises Active Directory acted as your central phone book and security card, letting you log in once to access everything. But the cloud requires a modern approach. Microsoft Entra ID. Entra ID is your new cloud-based identity backbone. To unlock access to your Azure databases, you must first set up an Entra ID administrator to act as the bridge. And a pro tip? Always assign that powerful administrator role to a group, never just one person, to keep your security management simple and safe. Let's demystify database security using a simple concert analogy. You are the principal, your ticket is your permission, and the venue itself is the securable. In Azure SQL Database, we use a logical server, which is a management wrapper rather than a physical box. Because permissions don't automatically flow down to every database, Azure uses new, highly granular server roles like the Database Connector or Database Manager. This allows you to securely access exactly what you need without relying on heavy-handed, dangerous administrative rights. We are opening up your database toolbox. On one side, we have graphical user interfaces like SQL Server Management Studio. GUIs are fantastic for learning and making quick, one-off changes. But if you try to manage security at scale, clicking through menus becomes tedious and highly prone to human error. That is where T-SQL scripts save the day. Writing code ensures your security policies are repeatable, auditable, and instantly scalable across hundreds of servers. Plus, some advanced cloud features are only accessible through code. The days of trusting everyone inside the castle walls are over. Now we verify every single connection. Your golden rule here is the principle of least privilege. Give users and applications the absolute bare minimum access they need to do their jobs, and nothing more. Beware of overprivileged accounts, as they are ticking time bombs waiting to be exploited. And when strict security inevitably blocks a legitimate user, don't panic. Use our step-by-step troubleshooting flow to efficiently determine if you are facing a network connectivity block, a failed authentication at the front door, or an authorization issue where they simply need a specific key. Stay secure. We explored the complete modern Azure SQL security journey. We started by shifting our mindset, realizing that old perimeter firewalls were dead, and we needed to verify everyone across separate control and data planes. We then modernized our identity, moving from Active Directory to Entra ID groups. Next, we secured our logical servers with granular, ticket-like roles. Finally, we enforced the principle of least privilege and learned how to troubleshoot efficiently using scalable T-SQL scripts.